Michael, so good to see you again. On the COVID origins issue, you've done brilliant reporting. You famously revealed the names of the 3 scientists who first fell ill at the Wuhan Institute of Virology in what is believed to be the first cluster of the pandemic. Now, the CIA was obligated under law, a law passed during the Biden administration, to declassify their intelligence. They failed to do so. They broke the law. What's your view on this matter?
Well, first of all, Sharri, congratulations to you because you were ahead of almost every other reporter in the world on this, and you haven't gotten credited sufficiently. So first of all, hats off to you. You did an amazing job, and you have been proven correct in all of your original reporting. So bravo to you. We're latecomers to this. I've only been working on it for a couple of years, but we're really standing on your shoulders on this issue. But yeah, look, I mean, it is now the CIA, FBI, Department of Energy are all in consensus. It's a lab leak. Yes, they say low confidence, but that's just simply because so much of the evidence was destroyed. I think most of us are now 95% of the view that it's a lab leak. But you're absolutely right. The CIA, with its new director appointed by Trump, has tacitly admitted that the CIA under Biden broke the law because they were, as you said, required to release all the intelligence by June of 2023. They did not do that. They were out of compliance back then. And then they've been sitting on this report. We don't know for how long, but they said explicitly that they had been sitting on this new analysis of the intelligence for many months. So they're in violation of the law. And you kind of go, well, who's going to be punished for it? Of course, nobody. But I do think it has been really important. First of all, we do need to restore trust in our intelligence and security agencies. It's worth just reminding all of us that those agencies depend on the public's belief in them and belief that they're not corrupt, because their investigations require people to come forward as witnesses with information and whistleblowers. So we do need to restore trust. It is absolutely missing for all of our intelligence and security agencies. So this is the first step. There are so many other scandals: Russiagate hoax, Hunter Biden laptop, the JFK files, the UFO files, the Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, it's just so much. I think this should really, I think it is transcending left and right. It's transcending partisanship. It used to be a left-wing issue, disclosure. Now the conservatives tend to be more in favor of it. But I do think this is a wonderful sign by Trump and his new CIA director. They have made a good first step in the disclosure that's needed to repair public trust, but there's still a lot of information that we're waiting for, and our expectations are very high.
We've seen this very close friendship between the president and Elon Musk. There's a bit of a backlash within parts of the MAGA movement to Elon Musk. How do you see this playing out?
Well, look, it's also a fascinating story, right? I mean, I think that in many ways, the power center in the United States just 6 months ago was our mainstream news media. They forced then President Biden to decide not to run again. I mean, that was the media basically told Pelosi and Obama, go get Biden to step down. I think the power center has shifted. It's now, if you were to identify the 2 most powerful men in the United States, it's clearly Donald Trump and Elon Musk, arguably the 2 most powerful men in the world right now.
Definitely.
And
Yeah.
and obviously Elon has, maybe not obviously, people should know, he's hired a lot of what are called H-1B visa immigrants to the United States. Traditionally, these are Indian software coders, computer coders that come to the United States. There's always a question of whether or not Elon would allow a full debate on X. And there's always like accusation of censorship. To his credit, there was a robust debate, including people really roasting Elon. People, I should say, MAGA Trump supporters roasting Elon for his position on H-1B. That debate existed, and essentially Elon and David Sachs, who's another close supporter of Trump, particularly an advisor on cryptocurrency, they basically, I don't want to say caved in, but they moved themselves closer to the people that wanted restrictions. So I think it's very healthy that you have the owner of this major media platform. You saw him be moved by people, and the spirit of the country right now, the moral center is really that we've got to get back control of our borders. We've got to get migrants that are committing crimes and awful crimes. We got to get them out of the country. People said, oh, we can't do that. There's some reason for it. Trump is showing that you can do it and that the skies don't fall. And I think that, yeah, I mean, look, everybody's going to be watching the Trump-Musk relationship. My view is that it will hold steady because they just have so much more to gain working from each other than they do to be at loggerheads. And you'll just have to see a set of compromises over the next several years. You're also seeing it play out right now in AI, where Elon doesn't yeah, Elon doesn't like this character, Sam Altman, who is one of the great AI pioneers in the United States. They have a personal beef. It's probably also business related, but Trump went ahead and moved ahead with a deal with Sam Altman and promoted it. Elon complained about it. So look, I think it's all to the benefit, it's all to the health of our country to have that free speech taking place on what remains the most important media platform in the world, which is X.
Yeah, I thought you were referring to China's version of ChatGPT, which has caused massive waves in the tech and business world today. But yes, Michael
We
Shellenberger.
don't know what that is. We don't know what that is. I should say, I don't think we know what that is. I don't believe the hype on it. I mean, they say we made it with a couple bucks in a garage, or some people say we just don't know. I mean, maybe it is a Sputnik moment and it's going to require the United States to catch up. This is a fast-moving situation. It is a dangerous technology. It's a technology with huge amounts of promise. I look to, as a nuclear person, as a historian of nuclear, I sort of think nuclear is a good model. You have the private sector involved, you have the government heavily involved, because it is a dangerous technology and one that we work with our allies on.
Michael, you've been very outspoken in the aftermath of the devastating bushfires in Los Angeles. How did it come to be that there was such incompetency in the government and the bureaucracy that fires literally destroyed entire suburbs?
Yeah, it's a really important question, and there will be an investigation. It took over a year to find out really what happened in Maui, so it will take a while. But the bottom line is that the focus of the politicians of California, the governor and the mayor, first and foremost, was not on prevention. It was not on fire prevention. It was not on fire preparedness. So much so, Sherry, that they actually cut the budget to the fire department by $17.5 million. A fire department that was already really depleted. I mean, they had 100 fire engines and other apparatuses in the shop needing to be repaired. Then the mayor was seeking another $48 million in budget cuts. This is somebody whose mind was on other things: homelessness, climate change, DEI. They weren't focused on really shoring up the pillar of civilization. I've been reporting on the defund the police movement for 5 years. I had never even considered to look at whether or not they had been defunding the fire department. And firefighters are stoic people. They do what they can with what they have. But they were raising the alarm last fall about the budget cuts. All of that's on video. All of that's on the record. I think that there's some political careers that are over, hopefully for the governor, but certainly for the mayor of LA. But I mean, look, it is multiple failures. They didn't have enough water. They had a reservoir that was right near one of the main fires in Pacific Palisades, which is near Malibu, had no water in it. Nobody has an explanation of why that is. They did not pre-deploy sufficient firefighters because they were short-staffed. They also did not deploy the helicopters to put out the fires as soon as they detected them. This is just a matter, and of course, maybe people don't know, but the mayor was actually in Ghana at a vanity junket celebrating the inauguration of the new president when the fire broke out, literally in the cocktail party when the worst fire broke out. So this is somebody whose head is clearly not where it needs to be as the mayor of one of America's biggest and most important cities.
Michael, thank you so much, as always, for your time.
It was great to be with you. Thanks for having me on.